So, you're the rookie. My name is Frank, but you can address me with my full title as Acclaimed Inferno Designer of the Forgotten Realms of Lower Hell. I earned that title through years of hard work, so be sure to remember it. Now, come here, concentrate, and take notes. The sooner we finish, the sooner you'll come in handy. To begin, you'll need to know how to navigate your circle of hell. There are several ways to do this. You can move the camera around freely and increase speed with the speed up button. Alternatively, you can drag the camera by moving the cursor to the edge of the screen. See which one suits you best. By the way, you don't have to commit to using one method. Use them as you please. Okay, enough talking. We need iron, coal, and dirt. Give the orders to dig, and gather the necessary resources so we can move on. To start, choose the dig action, and decide which tiles to dig up. Bear in mind that most of the sinners are unqualified blockheads. They'll only complete tasks in places they can actually reach. Marking a tile to be dug up, with no path to reach it, won't work. You can always undo your orders though. Just use the cancel action and choose which tasks you want to stop. Want certain tasks to be prioritized over the others? Simply open the priority screen. The numbers you see mark each task's current priority. Increase or decrease it with the corresponding buttons. The higher the priority, the sooner the task is going to be completed, as long as it's possible, of course, for a sinner to reach the place. Now, since you have the basic know-how, get to work. Gathered the resources? Well then, you should start making good use of them, shouldn't you? In Hell, we care about one thing in particular: suffering. To generate it, you're going to need select it by going to the build menu at the bottom of the screen and choosing the torch. Notice that each structure requires space, so you could clear out some rubble before building, but if you don't, your sinners will take care of freeing up room for building. So don't worry your pretty little hell manager head. it would be good to tell you how torturing works. Click on the Iron Maiden and I'll show you what's what. The structure name is at the very top of the card. Below it, a level indicating how many times you can upgrade the building. You can check the upgrade cost by hovering over the upgrade button. An upgrade can improve several things. It can shorten the work cycle, increase the amount of resources provided by the building, or change its effect on the sinners. If it's a torture device, the number of traits compatible with that machine may also increase. Further below, you'll find information about the structure's type and the time it needs to complete a cycle. What's a cycle, I hear you ask? Good question, rookie. In simple terms, you'll surely understand. A cycle is the time needed for a structure to generate resources. Keep in mind both the time required as well as the resource quantity vary between structures. The right-hand side of the card shows crucial information for each building. For torture devices, these are traits which are compatible with this device. As you can see, the Iron Maiden uses the blood trait. That means if you assign a sinner with that trait to it, you'll be able to squeeze additional suffering out from them each cycle. Look to the bottom left of the card now. That's the place where you assign sinners to structures. The number of slots determines how many sinners can be assigned. Now, let us pick an unlucky soul that will generate us some suffering! Finally. First, open the population screen. Either move your cursor to the icon and confirm your choice, or simply press the shortcut button. Lots of stuff here, right? This, in general, corresponds to the information on the individual sinner cards, accessed by selecting the sinners. From the left, dossier picture, condition, needs level, skills, status effects, schedule tasks. Find someone who has the blood trait, and select them to center the camera on them, then close the population menu. Now drag and drop that sinner onto the Iron Maiden to start the torture. Hurry, hurry! I talk so much I got thirsty. Which reminds me, your sinners are probably thirsty too. Do we care? Better take care of those bastards before they perish and end up in limbo. What? Surprised you have to tend to the sinners. You see, we expand hell and gather suffering using sinners. In general, we shouldn't let that happen. After all, a sinner in limbo is of no use to us. So, we feed them, let them drink, and sleep. Just so we can exploit them forever. If we didn't do that, those worms would get used to the constant torturing, and we wouldn't be able to gather as much suffering. But I digress. Let's take a look at the structures we have in place to keep those rotting buggers working. Open the food category under the build action. Here's the rundown. On the left, you can select the product you want to manufacture. The lower a product is on the list, the more advanced it is, and the more requirements you have to meet in order to generate it. Above the structure panel, there are descriptions that will help you distinguish the types of buildings. Now for the structures. Generally speaking, to generate a resource, you need one building of each type: production, process, and provide. Let's use Smelly Goop as an example. Manufacturing a meal, even as basic as this, requires 3 buildings: a flesh farm to produce, a cauldron manned by a sinner to process, and a trough, which is used to provide the finished product. But the hell circle we're in is not a basic one, so basic food will not suffice. Instead, we're going to produce some simple meals. 2 of the required buildings are already in place. That leaves the mushroom farm. Build it, and be quick about it. Alright, that's done, but at this pace we'll have to wait eons before the field kitchen cycle completes. Upgrade the mushroom farm so the process speeds up. Did you forget how that's done? Now, add a center to the field kitchen so the production can start. Open the structure card and press the green plus icon under the center slot. It's best to handpick a center who possesses the best cooking skills. Take your time, pick whoever. Ha! Kidding. You think I have all day? Do as you're told and make it snappy. By carrying out a task over and over, sinners will become better at them, and their skill level will increase. It looks like I'm a great teacher, because so far, everything is going smoothly. Now, you know how production, processing, and providing works, so we can move on to the needs your sinners have. There are 4. Hunger, thirst, fatigue, and... evacuation. We just talked about satisfying hunger. Thirst works in the same way. For fatigue, you need to build structures available in the rest category, like a paper box or a bed. And to let sinners evacuate, you're going to need to build simple latrines. A fun fact, a simple latrine, the only structure that lets sinners relieve themselves, is also the one that provides the raw material for making the most basic thirst-quenching drink, dirty water. That's why evacuation doesn't have its own building category. Any questions? Heh, just kidding. I wouldn't answer even if you had any. Now, let's get to the more intermediate part of the training. Focus up, rookie, because I don't like repeating myself. Most of the things are already in place, but I didn't have time to set up beds. I don't intend to have cardboard laying around in a circle of hell under my name, so place 2 beds anywhere you like. Wait, what the? Now, I'm certain that I already paid for the technology required to construct beds in this circle. Never mind. You'll just have to unlock it yourself so we can move on. Right, I haven't explained research yet. A tiny oversight. Anyway, at first you have low-level authorization, so no unlocking is required for basic structures. But who knows? Maybe down the line you'll end up getting promoted. And you'll be able to unlock more hellish creations. Now, you need 2 buildings from the special category, a crystal refinery and the research stones. The former lets you collect green crystals, which, in turn, you're going to use to pay for new technologies using the latter. To build both, you're going to need a new resource, The essence gathered from sacrificing sinners. Now we're getting to the part that gets me excited. Remember me saying you need to... But the better the condition of a sinner when you end them, the more essence you can extract. That's why it might be worthwhile to look after them out to a point, so there are always those ready to be sacrificed. To obtain essence from a sinner, you can simply stop taking care of their needs and let them perish that way. But doing so will not yield you much essence. It's best to find someone in good shape, hover the cursor over them, open the menu that lets you finish off a sinner. If one's not enough, finish off some more. But not all of them. Someone has to do the grunt work. Go on now, gather us some essence. This never gets old. Now build both buildings, a crystal refinery and the research stones. Open the build menu and choose special structures to find them. Now that you have the buildings, start digging up some green crystals. Finished? Great. Open the technology panel by clicking the research stones or use the shortcut. Select bed to be researched and wait for it to complete. Just remember that waiting doesn't mean slacking off. Find something useful to do in the meantime. Decorations are items which emit auras. An aura from light sources will make your sinners work faster, but decreases the amount of suffering produced in torture devices. Buildings marked simply as decorations emit auras that increase the suffering from torture devices, but make the sinners grow tired faster. To check an aura's area of effect, use the overlay buttons located in the bottom left corner of the screen. This is where we end our intermediate level training. Take some time to wrap your head around this, and I'll go grab a bite. I've been craving some grilled cockroaches. It's time for the last part of the training. There's not much left, but this is the advanced level, so stay focused, or we're going to end up doing overtime. Now we are going to start our last part of training by explaining legends. Start by building the wall of legends from the special category. Good. Now, whenever a new sinner would appear in your circle, you have a chance to receive a legend instead. Legends, to put it simply, are the worst of the worst. They're sinners who had such a huge impact on history that even here, they have an unexpected influence on others. We can study their influence, also known as an aura, once someone appears. But let's skip this for now, I don't have a... We're going to summon a lesser devil. Use an artifact, and then we'll finally move on to the part where I can stop talking and you can stop messing up my daily schedule. I like that last part in particular. To summon a devil, you need a summoning portal from the special structures category. Build it and we can get this over with. Now, open the Summoning Portals card. Here you can choose the Summon Devils category. Each has their specialization and can help with different things, such as making the sinners move faster, for example. Others can be hired to help you with digging, production, gathering. To acquire one's help, you're going to need There we go! Your first legend, Billy the Kid. He emits an aura called Gunslinger Rush. Now thanks to the improvements like that, you can easily... Now just remember to check your legend's aura and to use it to its fullest potential. Moving on, in Hell you'll come across artifacts. For the most part, they collect dust while growing in power. They have been long forgotten or found their way to Hell by mistake and are now waiting for someone to claim them. Using their power might give you a huge advantage, but it comes at a hefty price. To harness their power, you'll need a vault and lots of blue crystals. Let's try an artifact out. There's one buried just below the Hell's Gate. First, upgrade your crystal refinery so you can collect blue crystals. After that's done, build the vault. Okay, listen carefully now. They will extract it, and it will be immediately transported to the vault. Give it a try. Open the vault's card to see the obtained artifact and use it. Below the artifact, you can choose how many crystals you want to use to harness its power. The more crystals you use, the longer the effect's duration, but also the bigger the toll on the item's durability. When the meter is depleted, the artifact falls apart and becomes unusable. Try it out now. Hey, listen, remember the sinner you sacrificed a while ago? How about we get them back? Oh, we can certainly do that. You just need a limbo gong and a payment. Fortunately, suffering is an acceptable. Construct a limbo gong and buy back the sinner you lost. Oh, how about we try one of these special buildings out? The Hellployment Center. Build it, and when you do, we'll see what it does. Have you ever looked at your sinners and imagined how productive they could be if you could only make them focus on certain tasks? Well, now you can. Open the population window and take a look. Every sinner now has an active switch under each of their skills. By using it, you can make the sinners prioritize certain tasks over others. For example, they can concentrate on building instead of running away to dig up dirt. It most certainly will make your life easier and increase your productivity. Just remember to use your head. Enable priority for tasks in which a sinner has a high skill level. Well, that's it. We're done. Finally. We went through all of the trainings. I've done my best to teach you everything, but let's just say you tried. No, I don't know who your direct supervisor will be, and frankly, I don't care. Now, see yourself out. Rookie, you're still here? I guess I need to find you something to do. I'm sorry, I don't have time to watch you suffer all day, but I have a meeting. Something big is happening. But that doesn't concern a peon like you. Well, don't just sit there.
Hello, little worm. Have you seen Frank? Where is that idiot? Frank!
Yes, my dark mistress.
Do I need to send an imp with an engraved invitation? Get your tail to that meeting. Lucifer is waiting.
Of course, evil lady. I will leave immediately. Alright, I'm off. I can't say when I'll be back as those meetings with Lucifer go on forever. Oh. But while I'm gone, get those lights fixed. It's messing up the sinners and driving me crazy. When I get back here, you better have accomplished something. Bye for now.
No worries, Master. It happens. Just turn it on. I mean, lose the torches and build new ones. Maybe this time not so close to the sinners' beds. Just saying. To make up for it, maybe build them something nice. That should make them feel a little better. If you care about that kind of thing. Master, I'm afraid the torches aren't the problem. It's gotten even worse. By the fiery balls of Asmodeus, look who's back! Mr. Frank.
I sneak out of the meeting to see how it's going, and it's not going at all. Not that I'm surprised. Get to work, slave. With the world above ravaged by pandemic, sinners abound, and more are on. We need more sinners and more suffering ASAP. And with Without new torture devices, we ain't gonna make it. Here's my access card. Go wild and build something nice. I gotta get back to the meeting. And fix those damn lights!
Don't worry, my liege. We'll work this out somehow. We'll ramp up the suffering, and everything will be fine. Usually, to do high-level buildings, you have to do research. But with Mr. Frank's access card, we can bypass that step. Build what needs built, and I'll go get help for the light.
Morning, Sunshine. What in the hell happened here? Looks like someone mucked up the whole fire distribution system.
So, what now?
You'll have to search for the damn whatchamacallit. It should be buried over on the wall somewhere. Now, what the heck is this artifact here? I better, take it for, research. Yeah, research. Don't tell her that. And by the way, I've unlocked your access to the thingamajig. You're welcome. Dig it up and put at least 2 torture machines next to it, and torment the sinners. All the concentrated suffering should reset the fuse, and everything will be back to normal.
And if not?
Then we'll come back with a crew and do some digging. But it'll take time. All right, gotta go. Shit goes sideways, you let me know, Bob.
Of course. Thank you, a great diabolical builder of the fiendish doohickeys. Let's dig this doodad out and get it over with.